Goeienaand, good evening, Molweni, Sambonani, Salam, Namaste, Goeienaand, and a very good evening to everybody. My humble apology, as you know, we have been delayed since 7 o'clock this evening, then 8 o'clock, then 8:30, then 8:37, and then 8:40. I have just watched the live announcement of this country's president regarding the so-called cabinet shuffle. Now, if this was a poker game, which I don't partake, but I've seen many people live playing cards, and if this was the way that you shuffle your deck of cards, Mr. Ramaphosa, then I'm sorry to tell you, but this card game is flawed, and it will absolutely fail on the card game because, again, you shuffled nothing. Nou kom Suid-Afrika, kom ons praat gou reguit met mekaar, want ons gaan nou hoor van die DA en die EFF en die Vryheidsfront plus en minus, van die UDM en van ACDP en al die ander mense wat tuiglik vanaand sit in die parlement en kyk hoe 'n president met hangende skouers en droë lippe hierdie land aanspreek en sê dat hy nuwe ministers gaan aanstel. En dan doen hy niks. Now, we can sit here tonight and we can spin this. We can fluff around it and we can put cream on a rotten potato and say that it's a strawberry. Maar gemors, bly gemors. Rubbish remains rubbish. And I'll start there. When I started to watch this live performance, I immediately said that the country's leader who does not respect the country's time should be given no time from the country. Respect is earned. Respect word verdien. Respect word nie afgedwing of gevra nie. This is a very clear thing. You earn it. If you can't even get your house in order and be on time while a nation waits for massive change, massive answers to ministers who I will now speak about, that no doubt should have been shuffled in the first deck. And we mustn't be afraid anymore. Ons moet nie meer bang wees nie. Ons moet nie kalm wees nie. Want die waarheid is die waarheid, en in God se woord kan jy nooit die waarheid verdraai nie. This is a fact. And here I go with the following comments. Number one, before this announcement, I said that the following 4 ministers must go. And if these ministers remain in the cabinet, I told a group of friends, family, watching this circus, this main clown announce his shuffling of such clowns, I said the following: if he doesn't remove Bheki Cele, if he doesn't remove Pravan Gordhan, if he doesn't remove Gwede Mentashe, and if he doesn't remove Fikile Mbalula, then I am sorry to tell you that this government, the state, is doomed. Want meneer die president, as ek jou nog waag om dit te noem vanaand, het jy absoluut glad nie gehoor na jou mense, jou nasie, jou volk en jou land se stemme nie, want elke mens het gesê dat daai veral Bheki Cele moet verwyder word, want die statistieke het bewys hy het geval. Pravan Gordhan, jy skuil agter 'n paphoek president. Want hy's bang vir jou. Jy, onder jou bewind, feitelik, nie lasterlik nie, en ek gee ook nie om nie, vat my hof toe, dan bewys ek jou dat onder jou het as SAL gevou, Tenel gevou, Prasa gevou, Eskom gevou. Elke SOE, elke staatsmaatskappy het belaglik totaal gedisintegreer. Watter meer bewyse, meneer die president, het jy nodig? Jy kan sien hoe slaan die are op my voorkop uit. Want ek gee om. Jy het weer eens nie vir ons geluister nie. Meneer Fikile fix absoluut niks in Bolula, wat nie eers die systrate en sypaadjies in Ladybrand, in Bloemfontein, Vrystaat, KwaZulu-Natal, Welkom, Vryburg, Saldanha. Jy kan niks red nie. You can't even save a railway line or a railway track between Khayelitsha and Cape Town. And you remain a minister. Gwede, dit lyk my ek het die ANC geëet, Boepens. Jy bly minister. Jy bly minister. Suid-Afrika, ons het nou 'n hele klomp visieministers gekry. And then the president says in an opening statement, his challenge and his main objective is to reduce cabinet. And then he adds 2 more ministers, 2 more deputies. And he says he wants to make cabinet smaller. You now say that you will focus your ministers on delivery. Where were they focused before? You now appoint a minister of electricity. Well, Mr. President, my opinion is you should then go ahead and appoint a minister for pensions, a minister for potholes, a minister for borders, a minister for illegal immigrants, a minister to save your backside. Maybe that's a good minister. So all I can tell you is that I'm very disappointed as a leader in this country in an announcement where this president could have made such a change. Where a president had the opportunity to listen to the people on the ground. Where a president could feel the emotion like I do when I go up to Van Reinsdorp, Graafwater, Vredendal, Veldrift, and I go stand under a tree talking to the people. And I know the mood of the people. What an absolute disappointment. An opportunity missed. A chance where we could have made a massive change. It is clear that no such change will be made. It is clear that we are going to have a cabinet that cover each other and cover a president that I'm very sad to say is not leading a country anymore, but a cabinet that leads the president. Not only did we wait months, then weeks, then days, then you got ill while selling Gazelle. And tonight, you were late again. Dit het tyd gekom om op te staan as Suid-Afrikaners, maak nie saak of jy bruin, swart, blank of Indiër is nie. Dis tyd dat ons almal verenig en verstaan dat die toekoms onder hierdie kabinet, onder hierdie staat en onder hierdie regering nie gaan verander nie. Daar is nie 'n beter manier om in Afrikaans te sê dat hierdie staat en hierdie president gaan nie, sal nie, wil nie en kan nie. We will not forget this day. We will not forget this moment of absolute failure to the people's voice. At the end of the year, we will prepare for a new year, counting now the days and the minutes to this country's election. We will not know the damage that will still be done in the next 14 to 16 months. You can appoint as many ministers, deputy ministers, DGs and deputy DGs. That is not going to put the lights back on. The only way that we are going to save this country is if we start appointing professional people to do a professional service, to deliver for the people. This country, in conclusion, has had trauma, shock, disgust, now week after week. And it started with your now so-called repeated, as you said now, sonar. Mr. President, if you call that a sonar, then your sonar is totally off on the pinging of understanding. Your sonar was the most yammakar, most unbelievable, crazy sonar that anybody could ever put in place. You are absolutely out of touch. You are absolutely so removed from the people on the street. Daar is nie meer hoop onder hierdie leierskap nie. Ek hoop Suid-Afrika uiteindelik vanaand sal almal in hierdie land besef dat julle leierskap het in die parlement wat nie vir julle wil luister nie. Wat nie omgee nie. En dis nie politiek wat ek nou praat nie, want ek is ook maar net 'n mens. Ek praat van hoe die braaivuure loop hierdie naweek. Hoe die mense praat en vir my sê, Neel, ons soek 'n nuwe hoop. Dis tyd dat ons nou moet verstaan dat ons moet in die volgende verkiesing die verandering maak of dit is verby. From a hopeless sonar to a hopeless financial budget to a derater and a revelation of gangs and cartels and hit lists and looting and corruption. And then this morning, the statement from SARS to say that when that man paid the president the money, he lied when he said he declared it on the entry of such funds to the president. I don't want to every day get biblical. I don't always want to sound like I am a person that punches you with a Bible. But it is my solemn duty as a son of God and a Christian to remind you that you may switch off every recording in the world, that you may hide away the truth on every corner and every mattress, But I want to remind you that God's recording, God's eyes never stops. My God slaap nie. My message to you is stand strong, chin up, unite, because only under unity can we get a blessing, as it says in my word of God. All of you that grit, all of you that fight, all of you that work every day, don't give up. Don't let this disappointment of leadership dishearten you. Take your patriotism and your love for your country away, because remember, it's not your country that's ugly. It's the management. So kom ons staan op en staan vas. Ons kan nie meer slaap nie. Kyk mooi na wie daar is. Kyk mooi wie slaap by wie in tente en kampies en koalisies. Dit gaan nie meer oor mag en geld nie. Dit gaan oor die eindbestemming van 'n volk wat al soveel gebloei het. Suid-Afrikaners, ons kan nie meer apart wees nie. Die Afrikaner nasie moet 'n leier kry. En dit is nie sekerlik ek nie. Dit moet iemand wees wat God stuur. En so moet elke volk in hierdie land, die Zulu, die Xhosa, die Pondo, die Pedi, die Bafokeng, die Griqua, die Nama, die San, die Pondo, almal van hulle. Elkeen van ons moet nou besluit wat is die toekoms vir ons. En as daar 'n volksberaad geroep word en alle nasies in die land moet om 'n tafel sit, lyk dit vir my dat ons as 'n Afrikaner nasie, ons gaan nie 'n sitplek hê nie. Want ons is so verdeeld. We are so divided. My prayer tonight is that we unite. My prayer is that we realize that the King is naked. And that if we continue on this track, that the total dissolution and collapse of this country's state and its ideology, this is a fact. I'm not here to lead. I'm here to just stand and speak the truth on your behalf. Make with it what you want. May God's hand of peace, wisdom, safety, love, and protection be over this beautiful Republic of South Africa. Mag God se hand van vrede, unifikasie, beskerming oor hierdie land Suid-Afrika wees. And remember, South Africa must be first, but God must be number one. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for giving me the time to just give, although a sad opinion, but my opinion indeed that comes from the heart. The hundreds of WhatsApps we're now getting on Facebook saying how disappointed you are. Let's rise again. Let's be this country whom we have cried, prayed, laughed, bled, and always kept in our heart. Mag Here julle seën, dankie vir julle tyd vanaand. En so gaan ons aan om hierdie land te verander. God se rykste seën, kyk na mekaar. Wees lief vir mekaar. En kom ons verenig as een Suid-Afrika. Totsiens en goeie nag. Good night. God bless.